As childcare providers, we wear many hats, from cleaners to caregivers to cooks to butt wipers to business owners and beyond. And as somebody who is a childcare provider in my home, I only have a limited amount of time, and so I've started outsourcing some things, one of those being my curriculum. And so today, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing Funshine Express, opening up my box, letting you guys see what's inside since a lot of you have asked about it, and just give you an overview, what I like about it, what I don't, and compare it to some other things that I've tried. And I hope you guys stick around to see what's inside this box. So hey guys, Sarah here from Work Life Glue, where we glue work and life together one piece at a time, and daycare is one huge piece of our life, as I am a childcare provider in our home. And so today I'm going to be talking about Funshine Express, opening up my box, giving you guys a little tour and overview of Funshine Express. As far as I know, I'm no expert. I've been using it for 1.5 years now, really loving it, and so I just thought I would share with you now that I know the in and outs, and I'm really loving it. Hey guys, future Sarah just popping in to let you know before you watch this whole video that you can save $30 off your first purchase with Funshine Express. I have a little deal with them that I wanted to get for you guys so you could try it out. So this is only for first time Funshine Express customers, but you can receive $30 off of your first purchase. So how do you do that? You can use the code WORK30 or tell them that Sarah at Work Life Glue sent you, and they'll be able to look up the information. But you're going to have to call to do this. So the number is 1-800-340-8103, and I will also have their website linked below so you can go find the number there. But once again, the code is WORK30, or tell them Sarah at Work Life Glue sent you to get $30 off your order. You will still have to pay shipping, but this is a great way for you to try out the curriculum, see if you like it before you do a whole year's worth, and to receive a really good discount. So make sure you take advantage of that if you are interested. So on the Funshine Express website, it states, we simplify your day with our 3 performance guarantees. 1, save 1 hour per day per teacher. 2, align to your state standards. And 3, support and training guaranteed. So those are 3 really good things to think about, that they are aligned to the standards. There's support and training offered, and it will save you a lot of time, which I love. Now, before I started doing a Funshine Express curriculum, I would try to do this on my own, and it took so much time. I'd have to go out to the stores every weekend and corral all the supplies for the different crafts I wanted to do, spend a lot of money and time, and now it's all sent straight to my door with very little planning or thought needed, and I love it. So there are 2 age groups you can purchase. There's Fireflies for ages 3 to 5 year old, and then there's Buttercups for ages 0 to 36 months. And I do the Fireflies for 3 to 5 year olds. Now, you can totally order it however you want. You could do it for all your kids, or just some, or only if they're 3 at the start of the school year. What I do is I order it for all my kids, basically like 2.5 and up. Anyone who's turning 3 in that school year, because they want to be involved, and even if they can't really do the craft fully, they at least want to sit down with their friends and do it. I find that it saves a lot of meltdowns if I just include as many of the kids as I can. So that's what I do. So this school year I have 8 kids who were 2.5 and up. So I ordered it for 8 children for the Fireflies one. I've never used Buttercup, so I can't really speak on that, but I will do a review on the Fireflies. So there are kind of different things you can order, and I want to just preface this by saying that I order with a bunch of providers, and we go in for the early bird discount, and it all gets shipped to one provider who then can divide it out and give it to each of us, so it saves us a lot of money. So I don't really know how the boxes come if you don't do it this way, but I'm just going to show you what I've done. And last year I did the extra pack with games and stuff, which I'll talk about, but this year I just opted to go for just the crafts and the curriculum and the personal journals, which I will show you what I mean with that. So I didn't get the extra stuff for the whole group with this one. So there is a starter teacher pack if you're going to do the actual teacher pack that comes, which I do not do. But at the very start of the year, if you do this, you will get a calendar display. This is what I did last year. You'll get a shape, color, and number display so that you can put up the shapes and everything every month on this one display. There's a weather display, there's an American flag display, and then there's an early learning and development continuum that comes at the start of each year. And now this may change. When I did it, they didn't have the American flag display. They're always changing things, making them better every year. So just keep that in mind. This video is for the 2017-2018 school year. Things could change if you're watching this in the future. So then along with that, if you opt to do the monthly teacher pack, you will receive a book, which this is what I did last year, which was really cool to get a book to read with the kids, calendar heading and pieces for your calendar, an alphabet display and word cards, which are really cool to hang up in your room. There's a character card with different traits and stuff to talk about. 4 Spanish cards, math game, board, and pieces to play with the kids. 4 learning center materials. There's counting cards, word wall, words to put on your wall, and then a fine arts display is what they did this year. Last year they did nursery rhymes that you could hang up. So you could do this every year, you could do this just one year and just keep the weather and the shapes and colors and all that if you want, or you could just not do it or do it every year. It's totally up to you, but it definitely does cost more if you do the teacher pack. So what I'm going to be showing you guys is the monthly children's pack, and this is kind of like the meat and potatoes of your everyday. So you're not getting stuff to necessarily put on the walls or a game to play with your whole group, but you're getting like the basic craft materials and then a really awesome curriculum book with a lot more activities and stuff you can do with the kids. So with the monthly children's pack, you receive the monthly preschool curriculum guide, the family newsletter, the personal journal, and 16 creative art or prop activities with supplies for each child. So in this box is that monthly children's pack, and I'm going to take you guys along to look at it, see what you get. This is for the month of March 2018. Okay, so here is my box. I have already opened it, so this isn't exactly how it came. But inside, I will show you guys. I'll take you through each thing. So the first thing is the curriculum guide. So every month I get one of these. This month's topics are Sunny Savannah and Springtime Sparkles. And at the beginning, you have a table of contents. You have some online resources you could take advantage of. It tells you some things to think about before you begin, and if you get that teacher pack, it tells you like what letters you'll be receiving, and the words, how to set up your colors and shapes and numbers. It has training materials and bulletin board ideas, which is really cool. And then it goes through some center activities you could do. And then you get right into the meat and potatoes. So it was what, as I call it. So every day you have a 2-page spread. So here's March 1st, March 2nd, and so on. And you have daily basics. So it talks about your number, color, or shape to talk about. And if you have the teacher pack, you can pull out whatever it says. It has alphabet fun, different things to do for the alphabet for the kids to learn. It has a discuss and do section for things you can talk to the kids about and to do. There's a song and rhyme section with a new song every day, and if you have the CD you can use that. Otherwise they're like sung to different songs that you would know. Movers and shakers, things you can do to get the kids moving. A language and literacy section with different like books that would work really well, or like Spanish things you can try, and sometimes they have social studies. Just that's kind of, this section changes. And then they have a social emotional section, and every day is different. So and then there's physical health. But like as you can see, this day has a math section, creative arts, so you're not doing the exact same things every single day, but you are hitting all the things throughout the week. Okay, so the section I usually look at the most is this creative arts. That goes along with the crafts that you receive. And it tells you, different things that you're hitting. It tells you the suggested materials, or if you're doing a craft that it comes with, it will say materials from kit, and then it will tell you what things you're going to need from the kit, and then what materials just to have on hand, like scissors, glue, crayons, markers, that kind of thing. And then it gives you the exact instructions of what to do in the book, which I really like. And then, you know, every day you just turn the page and it's a new day, different things to do. And a lot of these you can do without that teacher pack, which I like, but it shows you pictures of like what the thing is, so you could always recreate them if you want, or you have some kind of idea of what they're doing. In the middle is the curriculum guide calendar, and in it you have the theme. It's kind of just like a breakdown, and it will tell you like what to put on your display, what you're singing, if you're doing a counting game, what the gross motor is, what the creative arts is, and then any other learning activities. So it's kind of like a breakdown, which is really cool. And then in the very back, it shows you like an overview of the numbers, colors, letters, and shapes you're learning in each month, as well as like reviews for the summer, which is a nice overview to have. Okay, so that's the curriculum guide. This is pretty essential. And then with the monthly children pack, you also receive these newsletters to give to the parents. So I get 8 of them because I've ordered 8. It tells you about the theme, some activities to try at home, a review of the letters, colors, numbers, and shape, some books they might want to like check out from the library or see if they have at home that go along with the themes, nursery rhyme to read with their kids, and then songs, activity or like recipe they do, some Spanish, and then you can always write in your own reminders if you want this to be like your newsletter as well, and then just a little blip about Funshine Express. And then you also receive these personal journals, which I really like. These are like the only worksheets you really do with the kids, so each kid gets their own. This is my daughter's, and they're different colors. So every month you have a I can print my name section. I usually write the kid's name here, and then we practice. You have a today I am feeling thing every month, so they can draw a face and color. We don't always do every page in these. And then there's always a weather outside page, and then the color of the month has a whole page. And then this is where you do like your shapes and your numbers and your letters. So every letter has a different page with a different picture that kind of goes along. Sometimes you're circling the letter S's that you find in the picture, or you're adding things. Like for this one, you're supposed to draw seashells in the sand and practice your tracing. Here you're practicing your oval shape. Then you have T, the number 15, U, 16, and a lot of times they go along with the holidays too, because Easter's coming up, which is cool. And then at the end is just stuff that goes along with the theme and stuff you're talking about. So here it's talking about animals with the savannah. We have springtime coming up, so that's in here. And then you can decorate an egg for Easter, and then there's always a free writing page, and then on the back it's usually some kind of maze for the kids to do. And then beyond that, these are what the actual crafts look like. They come in these little pouches. Sometimes there's 1 craft in each, sometimes there's 2, depending on the materials and the size. And there's a whole bunch of them, and sometimes there's just like extra materials that can't fit in the bags. But I mean, I have a whole bunch of these. And what I really like is on each one, it has the name of the craft, and then it has the day it goes to, even though I don't always do them on the same days, and then it tells you what page in the curriculum guide it goes to, which I really like. So I often will just write in my planner like eager elephant on March 15th or whatever, and then I find that one in here, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, it's on page 19. So it's really easy to go back. And then I like that on here it also says what you need from the kit and what you need as suggested materials. And then sometimes if you are adapting it, it will give you some ideas of things to do with them. So that's a really cool feature too. So as you can see for this one, there's like, I'll just open up a few so you guys can see samples of stuff they include. So there's these tassels for letter T, little different colored papers. There's often stickers and sheets, and then like for this has cutouts of different things that the kids can help punch out. This is an elephant punch out, which is cool. In this one, they use these. I've had these a few times. I don't really know what they're called. What do they call them? Festoon, I guess you would call it. This is for the lion's mane. Got paper plates and craft sticks, popsicle sticks, and then orange paper. Just trying to give you guys an idea of like what kind of stuff comes in these things. But like this stuff would be hard to find at a craft store, and the punch outs are really nice, and stickers can get expensive if you buy on your own. Hippo with oval punch outs because our oval is our shape of the month. This one talks about the cat, not the cat, Dr. Seuss. So there are Dr. Seuss like Cat on the Hat stickers and cupcake things. S, grass punch outs, yellow papers, some like light blue stickers, and so on. So trying to give you guys kind of an idea. There's a leprechaun in this one. There's those like Wixie sticks or whatever they're called, Wiki sticks in this one. So, oh, this one is like a embroidery where you can like take the yarn and thread it through, which is really cool skill. More stickers and tissue paper. And then there are opportunities for kids to cut, so there will be times when they're supposed to cut things out, which is cool. Pipe cleaners, more stickers and cutting and paper plates. And then things like combs, and I don't even know what that is. Like really loose yarn. Just like all kinds of materials. I just really like that sometimes like these grass borders would be really hard to find on my own, and I love that it just comes to me and it makes my life a lot easier. If I had to find all the materials and everything in this kit, it would take me a lot of time. I'd have a lot of extra and I'd spend a lot of extra money. So to me, it saves me time and money. Okay, so now that you guys have seen what's in the box, I want to talk about why I really like this curriculum. First of all, I really like that most of the crafts are very hands-on and process oriented. They're not supposed to all look perfectly the same. It's a lot more about the process of cutting, gluing, ripping, putting things together, coloring, painting. They often say like they will not look the same, and that's okay, and I really like that about it because that fits with my philosophy of children's learning, that I don't believe all their crafts should be like picture perfect the same, because that usually means that an adult was doing most of it. I like that a lot of them are more, you know, process oriented, and a lot of them are like kind of like science experiments, which I like mixing colors, seeing what happens when you mix baking soda with paint and then adding vinegar. Just really cool, and you may not even save some of the crafts, but it's just really fun to do them, and the kids are learning and experimenting, and it's just giving them the freedom to do things that I don't normally allow them to do through their craft time, which I think is really cool. And I also like that through their crafts, they're learning numbers, letters, colors, shapes, you know, reactions to things and how things work, as well as motor skills, social skills, and beyond. It's not just like, let's do a craft about penguins and we're only talking about penguins. They are learning so many things within each craft that I think is really awesome. And it doesn't feel like learning, it feels like fun, which is motivating to the kids. The biggest thing I love about this is that I don't have to go out and buy stuff every weekend like I was and spending a ton of money and time doing that. I don't have to figure out what crafts I'm gonna do. I don't have to figure out my themes and how they align. It's already in the box, ready to go. There are some crafts, because it only comes with 16, that they tell you what materials to use. So you know, you might have to go out, but they try to do stuff that you would probably have on hand: paper plates, paint, newspapers, that kind of thing. But that is one thing to keep in mind. And then what I really like is that I can literally open up the book to the page of the day and know what to do. And there are extra things I can do. I don't have to do everything on that page, but if the kids are like more interested, I can do more. There's songs, there's math things they can do, there's questions. But it's all ready to go. Like, I don't have to spend even time at the beginning of the week planning the whole week. All I really do to plan is just go through what crafts I'm going to do on what days, because I don't always follow it the same, because we have other activities and stuff like music class and fire and safety drills and stuff like that. So I don't do every single craft every month, and I kind of pick and choose. But that's really all I have to do, and then I just know that day to open the book and everything I need will be right there. I won't have to do anything extra to prepare. And I also really like that for the most part I can really adapt the crafts well. So let's say I only have 7 kids here that day. I can get my 1-year-old involved with the 8th craft materials and just kind of set it in front of him and, you know, kind of adapt it for him. It won't look like the other kids, but I like that I can still use the materials for him if I want. So if you do want to buy it for your whole group, if they're like ages 1 and up or 2 and up, you could and just kind of adapt. But it's totally up to you, and it's really flexible, which I like. So as far as pricing goes, I can't speak for certain because I haven't ordered through the Funshine website. Like I said, I've ordered through other providers and they've placed the order and just told us how much it would be and made the call for the early bird special, which I do want to find out more information to let you guys know when that does come up if you're interested. But I was just on the website and I kind of plugged in some numbers to see what it would normally cost, and then I'll talk about what I paid. So on the website, to order for 9 months for 8 kids like what I do, it would cost $738.54 based on their little calculator. I paid just over $500 with the early bird special, so $230 some off basically, which is really awesome. And that equates to about $55 a month for 9 months and only $7 per child per month for 8 kids. So if you do want to add in a curriculum, obviously this is going to be an extra cost if you're paying for something like Funshine Express. So what I would recommend you do is either at the start of the school year, you can up your rates by that much money, or you can just add like a once a month fee to like the first week of the month's tuition and say you're paying $7 extra for your kid to do the curriculum, or you could just pay for it yourself. Totally your choice, and just deduct it from your taxes. That would be 100% write-off. It's a total business expense. And then what I do is I just save about $50 a month starting in September, and then by June I have all the money I need. So you know, the first time you do it, if you're not planning the year in advance to do it, it does cost some money up front because you haven't saved it forever. But now every year I'm saving for it that whole year, so when the summertime comes, the money's just sitting there waiting for me to buy it, which is really nice because it does save you so much money to buy it all at one time. But you can choose to buy it monthly or for the whole year and pay the full price. Totally up to you how you guys want to do it if you do go ahead with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Funshine Express. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments. I would be happy to answer them as far as I can. But if you guys have a different curriculum like Mother Goose Time, or I think Carol's Affordable Curriculum or something it's called, please talk about it in the comments. I know a lot of people want to know the pros and cons of each, so we would love to keep that conversation going. Let me know if there are any other video ideas you guys have for daycare day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.